K-Rock, Mid-Atlantic Rock Review's Marmy Rock Show. Glad to have Heroes for Ransom back on the show. We're up in their hometown of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome back.
Hey, K-Rock. Thanks, man. Thank you.
So, hey, man, I know, first of all, let's just talk about the band. I know you've got kind of like a little bit, I don't want to call it a new direction, but just a little bit of a difference in style and some things you want to share with the world. So I'll let you start, and whoever else wants to chime in, update us on the band.
All right. Hey, this is Hutch, the singer for Heroes for Ransom. We do have a new member. His name's Chris. He's our new bass player, which has brought a more complete sound to our music. I think we are headed in a great direction with what we're writing and how we're writing it. We're still modern rock. I think we still have tons of energy, and our music isn't that different, but with Chris, it's definitely more complete.
Anybody else?
It's a little bit different. I'd say the newest song we've written with him, his influences, from what you've told me, Chris, is really into ska, punk, right? Yeah. It's kind of your roots. So our new song has more of a, like, I don't want to say poppy. It's got an upbeat feel to it, kind of like a ska, but it's got a lot of rock influences as well.
So talk about your entry into the band and your feelings on joining this crew of 5 musicians here.
Well, I guess about a year ago, I replied to an ad for a cage match, actually, for entry, and it was me and 3 other guys. Ended up where I was the lone victor, and so then I could do an audition. And so before that, did a long line of playing basically ska, punk, reggae, and I think that's what Mark was saying, where that's kind of what I'm, at least my comfort zone, and that's I think blending pretty well with their established style. So that's and here we are.
So update us a little bit on the record. I know there's a record going to be coming out, and let us know the particulars about when we can start thinking we're going to hear some of that stuff.
Well, our record is coming out. It's probably going to be out around March or so. We recorded at Fleshstone Studios with Andy Dulek. He's been awesome. And the sound of this record is going to be much bigger than the recordings we've done in the past, and I'm super excited about it. It's going to sound awesome.
So tell us a little bit about tonight's show. This is a pretty cool gig that you guys landed on tonight. Tell us all about it.
Honestly, we jumped online when we saw Poppy What was going to be here at the Chameleon Club, and we asked if we could be a part of this. My understanding is that Greg, who handles the bookings here, there were a few bands that wanted to be in on this, and he submitted their information along with ours, and I guess their management, Poppy, chose Heroes for Ransom to be the local shows tonight.
Now, have you played with them before? I can't recall. I know you've played with a lot of big-time bands up here.
Yeah, 2 times before. Once was at the Village here in Lancaster, and another time was for a 10570X birthday bash here at the Chameleon.
So in talking about the new record that's coming out, like, what are some of the tunes that we're going to hear that you're the most proud of, and are we going to hear them in the live set?
Oh, man.
I think
we're playing all my favorites tonight.
Definitely. Redemption is one of my favorites. It has a Iron Maiden kind of feel to it at the beginning, and it's a really awesome song.
It's a very driving, fast, in-your-face song, like something you can get into.
So what do you got? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and there's another song that I brought to the table and developed together called SMI. We're not playing that tonight, but that's what you'll hear on the album as well. It has more of kind of a punk influence to it. Again, mixed in with everybody else's styles. It should sound pretty good.
So talk about your upcoming schedule, man. Are you guys booking a lot of shows right now, or are you still working to get the record out?
Now, right now we're working on finalizing what we're doing in the studio. We do have a few shows coming up. September 24th, we are going to be at Fall Jam, which is part of 10570X and raising money for, I think, children with cancer. We don't have anything else planned after that as far as shows because we are trying to get this album done.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say we've been intentionally putting 100% of our focus on the album, but we're not going to pass up good opportunities, so here we are.
Now, from my understanding, a lot of this album was kind of written before the lineup changed, so are you writing new music even though the album is still kind of on the way out?
We're still working on new music, yes. I got to say that a lot of the songs on this album we did have pre-written, but writing with Chris, we have changed some things, and again, it's made our music a little more complete than what it was before.
So, what other things does the band have going on that you want to tell the world about? What are some other news items in the Heroes for Ransom world?
We definitely have some cool ideas for merchandise coming out. The album itself is called Silex, which is a Latin word, at least one word for the word rock, which we are. We are rock music and modern rock, and I feel like with this lineup, we're unbreakable as well.
Next year, if I asked you to set a goal for the next year, what would your goal be for the band? If I talked to you a year from now, where do you want to be?
Probably just getting a whole new set of songs down, just doing a lot of writing is what it sounds like the direction, the motivation is headed now.
Yeah, I'd say the focus for the next year is going to be, especially with the album coming out, promoting it, selling it, getting it to everybody that we can possibly get it out to, spreading our music, and in the meantime, playing that obviously for everybody. We're going to be out a lot more next year with the album recorded, but we're also going to be focusing on writing new material. So that's always been a big thing for us. It's always just moving forward.
Any talk about a music video at all for this record coming up?
We do actually have somebody online to help us with that. His name's Avery. If you look on our Facebook page, the latest photos that we have of our band, Avery did. So shout out to him, and he is a master behind the lens. So anything behind a lens, he's willing to do, and he does a great job with it. So absolutely, a video will be with this album.
So that is Pop Evil. You can hear sound checking in the background, or Red Sun Rising. I'm not sure which one it is. You guys are going to be sound checking in just a minute, but I did want to thank you for taking time to be on the Marmy Rock Show this evening. And Heroes for Ransom, everybody. Guys, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Hey, thanks, K-Rock. We appreciate it.